Hello there, everybody. We are back with episode 5 of Super Mario 3. This is Ramen. So in the last episode, we got through most of World 4, but we're going to go on ahead and pick it up from the airship right here. A little Easter egg that I wanted to point out that maybe some people haven't noticed from this series. But in the Super Mario All-Stars version, when you get to the main castle, the kings of the castle actually get turned into enemies from other Mario games, like from Mario 2 and Super Mario World. And as you saw at the beginning of this castle, the king gets turned into Donkey Kong Jr. So, yeah, it's a interesting little Easter egg you decided to add for All-Stars. I can't remember if any of the old enemies make cameos in the NES version, since I haven't played it for so many years. But if I remember the NES version, they just get turned into other enemies from Super Mario 3. Now, this airship can be pretty slow, you know, and as you see all that flamethrower bullshit that's going on below me, if you want to get through this and not have to deal with that, you can just stick to the top part if you have a flying power-up, as you're going to see me do right here. I mean, it's a little bit slower since I'm having to wait for the platforms to go by, but in the end it's actually a lot safer. So yeah, if you're wanting to save lives or not wanting to lose your power-up, which I'm not wanting to lose my power-up because I'm wanting to show off a Easter egg that'll be coming up right here soon. So here we go. Go on to fight the next Koopa Kid, which I believe is Iggy. Not Iggy, I mean Roy. I think his name is. I can't remember all the Koopa Kids' names at this moment. Alright, can we catch this scepter? Can we catch it? Yes! Finally! I was beginning to think that I was going to have to make a fail compilation video of me not catching the scepters. But we got it. So, as I said, there's a Easter egg coming up right here. If you beat the airship from here on out with the raccoon suit on, you get this message. Thank you, kind raccoon. Please tell me your name. Now, I'm not sure if it's Toad or the king that says it, but for whatever reason, they can't recognize Mario in that costume. And Peach gave us another P-Wing, which we're going to go on ahead and use to get this next little secret here. Now, you can do it with the P-Wing because it'll save you some time, but you can also do it with the Leaf. But it's a lot quicker to just go with the P-Wing. So, yeah. Now, it's kind of tricky to, you gotta dash and then crouch in order to get under there and then fly over here. But we get a music box. And it just depends on if it's worth it to you or not. To me, it's not worth it. But I'm gonna go on ahead and show you what the music box does. You play the music box and voila, the Hammer Bros fall asleep. They take a little nap. They won't be asleep for long, which you'll see coming up. Alright. So, if you want to save time on this level, you're gonna want to slow yourself down or anticipate that music note box and bounce up. There's two paths to this level right here. The top path is actually a lot quicker and a lot easier to go through. The bottom path is a little bit more harder, a little bit more time consuming. But I'm gonna go on ahead and show off the more difficult, longer path, just because I'm feeling kind of MOG here. Alright. Now, another interesting little twist, if you noticed before I got here into this part of the level. They had, as you saw, when I jumped down, you can scroll endlessly from the right to the left. mean, it doesn't really affect anything, but it's a little cool thing you can play with. It is something you do with that turtle shell in the beginning. Now, I'm going to come back out here to the world map, and you see the Hammer Bros are still asleep. But when we come out right here, they're going to wake back up. So if you go through 2 levels, they'll stay asleep for 2 levels, but they'll eventually wake up. Now, if you're in need of extra lives, equip yourself something to fly with, leaf or cocoon suit, and you can fly up here, break these blocks. Try to avoid hitting the corners because slow you down. But when you come up here, you can get yourself a 1-up. Now, if you're wanting to save time, you can go through the bottom path. I think it actually may be quicker. But like I said, if you're in need of lives, go through that top path right there. Now, the Hammer Bros you saw when I put them to sleep, after when I get out of this level, it's best to go through them because they're actually carrying another P-Wing. Now, P-Wings will help you out in the later levels, like mostly in the airship. But for this playthrough, I'm gonna show you guys all the levels that are in this game. So we're not gonna use those since you have a limited flight and you can pretty much skip the levels. But like I said, if you're having trouble, you can just go on ahead and fly through an entire level and skip it. Now, if you have any stars, you know, it'll save you guys a big headache and some time getting to the Hammer Bros. Here we go. The second P-Wing of this world, rather. There's actually 3, which I'll be showing off soon when we get to the rest of this world. Now, this level is probably one of my favorites. It is so much fun. You see, when you come up right here, there is a Goomba and a boot. You're gonna have to knock them out from the bottom. So you have to break a block just like I did, and you now have the Goomba boot, or Kuribo shoe as I've heard it been named. And now, pretty much the benefits of having this is, as you see, I'm walking on these little chompy things and they're not hurting me. I can bounce off of the spike shells and the piranha plants. And it's actually quite fun to bounce off the things. I mean, you're still pretty mobile, but you get you're mobile just when you're bouncing off of stuff, as you'll see me do right here. Still moving through the level pretty fast. The only thing about it is the fact of this is the only level in this game that actually features this power-up. And I don't think Kuribo Shoe makes an appearance in any other Mario games, which is kind of sad because it's a pretty fun little power-up, little gameplay twist too. I would have loved to have seen it in earlier levels actually, like in the grassland or even in the water world. Would have been fun to use that thing. Now you're probably asking yourself like, wow, Ramen, this is such a short world. The thing about it is this is only less than half of the world. Now, the name of this world is Skyland. As you've seen in the first three levels that we went through, we've pretty much been on the ground. Haven't been in the sky at all. Well, that's going to change starting right about now. As you see, now we're going to be in the clouds, and for most of the world, it's going to deal with a lot of platforms being in the clouds. If you're in need of some coinage, you can go ahead and break those blocks. They all have coins in them. But yeah, actually, in this world coming up, I used to be pretty intimidated when I was a kid. I always thought it was pretty difficult. So what I would actually do is I would play through worlds 1, 2, 3, 4, get up to the 5th world, go through the first half, and once I came up to this part, you're going to see, the second part of this world, I would actually take a warp whistle just to get out of here. But we're going to go on ahead and give it a try. Now I'm going to show off the cloud. You can use the cloud if you're having trouble with the level. You can equip the cloud, move past the level. The only problem is with that is you're going to have to make sure that you are confident in beating the next level, because if you die, it'll actually send you back and you'll waste a power-up. So that's something to keep in mind. But, okay, the beginning of platforming hell, as I used to think about it when I was a kid. Luckily my skills have improved and we're gonna trudge forward. Now, here is where the third P-Wing is. Now, it's a lot easier if you equip yourself a star. It'll make this beginning of this level a lot easier. Now, there's two secrets in this level. The first secret is you get 28 coins, I believe. You get a white mushroom house contains a P-Wing. You break those blocks, come down here, grab those coins. You get another Tanuki suit. Now, you're gonna have to come out of there, hit this first block on the left to get a coin, and then you're gonna have to backtrack to get the other coins. Now, it'll make things easier for you to lead that Goomba who's shitting out babies. It'll make it a lot easier on you if you lead them away to the right off screen. Because if those babies touch you, you're not going to be able to make these jumps right here. It'll pretty much ruin your weekend. Now, another tip is this piranha plant. It'll make it easier for you if you can bait them out and kill them, since it gets pretty cramped up here. So you're having to deal with that other piranha plant and that other turtle. Now, as you notice, the coin blocks actually respawned at that time when we came out of that tube. Now, you're gonna need to make sure that you go back and grab those. If not, you won't get the 28 coins, and you won't be seeing the white mushroom house. Alright. So, here is the third P-Wing for this level. Now you're going to see me skip through these mushroom houses, as it's going to be a standard for the series. I'm going to just go ahead and off screen get the mushroom houses and the card houses just to save time. Now this level is also one of my favorites, just due to these cute little flying baby Koopas. I'm not sure if they're Koopas, but yeah, they're pretty adorable. You can bounce on them. It's a very fun level in my opinion. And this is the only level that features these guys. And I think they make other appearances in other Mario games, but for this game, I think this is the only level that they're in. Now, if you're in need of coinage, you can go ahead and hit this P-switch right here. Make sure when you hit that P-switch, you bounce back onto the block. Don't bounce to the left or right, because the blocks that are next to it will actually turn into coins and you'll fall right through and die. Okay. Moving right along here. Okay. I was having trouble remembering this level, but there's two paths to this level also. There's a quick path, which is the harder path, and then the longer path, which is if you go through this tube right there where I just jumped on, you pretty much go back to the ground. I can't remember if there's any secrets there or if it's just pretty much for extra coinage. But if you wanted to save time, you can stick to the top and just run through everything. Alright, we're going to get our extra lives, and next time when we come back, we are going to finish levels 8 and 9 along with the castles. So, we'll see you later, guys.